How's it going, everybody? Are you guys having a good day? Is it fantastic? Is it something you would brag about to your friends, your family members? Well, let me tell you one person in the world who is not having that kind of day. It's that no good for nothing kind of day that you just don't want to live through. But this is Nova's life every single moment. Every single day of it is just pure misery. And it's all brought onto him by himself because he just can't stop being a dummy boy. You see, here recently, Nova Online was exposed for trying to join up on JiDions' predator catching Discord. Now, if you're not aware, JiDion, he used to be a big YouTuber for stuff I can't even remember what he used to do. But here recently, he started catching predators with Alex from Predator Poachers, and it's actually been producing some amazing content, and it's been doing some good in the world instead of just the regular content that he was doing. It's actually really good. And to help himself out, he thought maybe I can make a Discord where I can show all of these predators that I've been catching so we can spread awareness from it. And you gotta pay I think $5, maybe $10 on a JiDion YouTube membership to join this Discord. So Nova Online, remember guys, Nova Online is incredibly broke. He's been posting on TikTok that he has no money. His mom is begging him to pay bills that he just can't afford to at the moment, and he's freaking out. He can't get a job, and he's afraid that he's going to lose his TikTok account on the 5th of I think April, maybe? Yeah, it's coming up real soon. But he spends his money to join JiDion's Predator Catching Discord. Incredibly confusing when you remember who Nova is. One of the biggest people known on the internet for being a predator, for being super creepy with people he believes to be underage. I believe this is like a ploy, right? Nova's like, my credibility is in the garbage. It's about as low as Andy Dix and Only Use Me Blades. And you know what? I might be a little bit worse than them. So, what are people calling me? They're calling me a pudgy predator? Well, I'm just not going to stand for that anymore. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to go join JiDion's Discord, and yes, Nova Online is going to become a decoy. Yeah, a decoy. You heard that right. Now, he may have the voice for it. You could probably trick tons of people, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Nova Online might be using that decoy voice of his for something just a tad bit sinister. But all jokes aside, Nova is trying to join this Discord to become a predator decoy. So what he's planning on doing is getting in contact with JiDion, calling people that JiDion has caught up and been a predator, and saying, doing all of the talk, the terrible, terrible talk you have to do. I literally don't know how decoys do it, but they're saints for what they do. It's gotta be hard work. But Nova just wants to do that willingly. He wants to help out. He's finally ready to be on the front lines of this battle, even though he's one of the people that JiDion's trying to get at right now. And it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, if Nova was to think about it for 10 seconds, he would realize that anybody who knows about him is going to contact JiDion and say, hey JiDion, this guy, he's actually a creep, and you should probably catch him. You really shouldn't be letting him on this site unless you're just keeping an eye on him, because that's the only productive way things are going to happen out of this, unless of course you do catch him, because Nova's weird. And maybe, just possibly, we would finally get one of the predator catchers to get a Lolcow. And yeah, we've been waiting on that a long time. I mean, honestly, I thought it might happen to Cyrax first, or maybe Brandon Brutal, but if it happened to Nova, that's pretty good in itself. And a nice little bonus to it all, a lot of people would think they caught Jupiter for a minute, so we'd all get our laughs for the people who believed they caught Jupiter, and then slowly discovering it's Nova Online, and the people who always knew it was Nova Online could just be happy all the way around. And what I find so crazy about all of this, it's like, Nova, we know you're a diaper diplomat. This is what you like to do on your free times. If you guys don't know what Nova's up to when he's just chilling off the internet, besides being incredibly weird to all the people he hangs out on Discord with, Nova Online is literally prancing around his room, his dirty, dirty room that he refuses to clean for some reason, even though that's the content everybody wants. But no, Nova's just gonna sit there, pile some food into his mouth, and act like everything's fine. But it's not fine, because while he's prancing around that room, he's wearing a diaper, he's got his binky shoved into his mouth while he's playing Quidditch, or whatever that Harry Potter game is called, raging out. And I'm just going to tell you guys, there's a lot of online games that it's mildly reasonable to get upset at. and Quidditch isn't one of them. Like, I couldn't imagine being upset at a Harry Potter game, but that's besides the point, you know. Plenty of people have games they get upset about and that they're fond of, you know. So that's not too much of a criticism on Nova, but it's what he's doing while he's doing it, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, let's not forget, guys, that Nova is the same guy who was like, okay, I'm going to start a podcast. I don't really know what to do, but I'm incredibly tired of Too High for Stupid getting all of this nice money talking about me, even though they barely talk about him because Nova's hard to talk about. He never does anything of note. So what does Nova do? He finds a 15-year-old girl and was like, hey, would you like to be my business partner? Of all the people Nova could have selected, I mean, there's tons of like 18, 19, 20-year-old trolls who would gladly do it. And there's probably plenty older people who would have done it for Nova because they felt just a little bit bad for him. And they're like, okay, maybe I can improve this guy's life just a little bit, so all of these haters and detractors, I can prove them wrong. But what does Nova do? He does the absolute worst thing possible. He gets this 15-year-old on stream, and we're like, okay, this is sketchy just because of Nova's past history and the way he likes to act with people when he's in private conversations. So this is probably going to go wrong. And of course it does. It doesn't even take a few days later till my homie the Leapin' Lemur is messaging me like, hey, this 15-year-old girl that Nova Online is hanging out with and doing a stream with as well, well, yeah, she left me a live chat and told me that Nova has been extremely weird with her and that she has to cut all ties with him because she just doesn't feel comfortable around him. And we could all see that. This is what Nova is up to right now. So what does Nova do after he discovers that he's been caught talking to this 15-year-old? Well, he does the only thing he can think of. He cuts her off and then just renames the podcast like nothing even happened. It's like, you got caught, Nova. Why would you continue to do a podcast first off, but then just like act like everything's cool? It's not cool. You can't just rename your podcast Kiwi Core and then just talk about Daniel Larson and King Cobra and just pretend you're not a lolcow just in the same boat as them, and everything will be fine. Like, people remember stuff like this, Nova. You're a clown and you forever will be a clown. And we know Nova's continuing to be weird on Discords because stuff is continuing to slowly leak out. Like, I heard here recently that Nova is now suffering from erectile dysfunction. And yeah, guys, I'm just going to say it right now, I believe it, because if you guys think back to some of the past videos that I've done and other people have done, you'll notice that Nova has been talking in private about practicing chastity. And at first that really confused me, not because like I was unaware completely what chastity was, and for all of my confusion that I did have, people filled me in my comment section, even though that wasn't necessarily what I was asking for, but thank you guys so much for that. But I was stumped with why Nova would do it. You wouldn't know it by just looking at him, but Nova's a really sexual person. He talks about it consistently. And like, him practicing chastity just didn't quite go one-to-one with the man I understand to be Nova Online. But then it all started to make sense once the leaks started to pop up that Nova has erectile dysfunction. So Nova's like, shoot, if I can't use it, I might as well lose it. I'm not even going to be attempting it. I'm just going to watch other people and strap this chastity belt around me. But in my honest opinion, guys, I believe he should be practicing chastity more, because if he's not doing that, then he's been a creep online. Hey, this is Future Chinchilla just popping in to say I was a little bit wrong. Apparently Nova was freaking out about losing some income on TikTok, but now he's even more hyped about TikTok because he got his old account back. Do you guys remember that freak out video that he had where this is not a drill, everybody? Well, he finally got the account back, and we can expect some posts here soon about it, or it'll all go down in flames and we can expect some rages about it. So look forward to that, I guess. And back to the video. So what has Nova Online been doing? Now, you might have been seeing that Nova has been selling paracords. Basically what we all seen in middle school. All of the girls used to wear them, and like some of the dudes would too. And then you quickly grown out of the trend. Well, Nova, he remembered that business. He was like, man, I remember when all the kids in middle school were balling, getting 50 cents for these. Like, I'm not going to miss out on that hustle, and I'm Nova Online, so I'm going to mark it up like I'm the Quarterings Coffee, guys. And he's selling these for $10. You know, it takes about 5 minutes for him to make, yeah, a decent profit for someone like Nova. But he ran into one problem. not too many people like buying products from predators. It's just like not a good person to give your money to. That's why people always say don't donate to people like Nova. Don't donate to people like Cyrax. Your money's going to a terrible cause no matter what. And Nova's now finding that out because he posted like, hey, email me if you want a paracord. And this, he thought it was going to be booming, guys. He thought he was going to be rich.
Answering more questions about my paracord shop. Part 3.
It's not a fucking drill.
Another question I commonly get asked is, how is the updated way to place an order? Now, if you want a custom one, like for example, this rainbow-sized one, if it's not already listed as pre-made on my eBay, what you gotta do is, it's similar to last time, but a little bit different. All you gotta do is shoot me an email with what colors you would like. I will make it, list it on eBay, and then send you the link so you can buy it. That's how the updated way to buy my paracord bracelets is. It's a lot more efficient for me, and it'll also save you guys some money too.
But oh no, every time Nova thought he had a sale, it just ended up being a troll email. The amount of troll emails that Nova Online has got in the past like week or so is insane. Like the high hopes that he was having just to immediately get shut down, and that probably like phased into the people who actually wanted it. So Nova's probably been like a terrible customer service guy, been incredibly rude to him, and they're like, wait, I don't want this guy's business. I was trying to be nice to you, but you kind of suck. Like, people were right about you. So it's just causing more and more problems to the point Nova's like, I can't do this anymore, guys. I cannot deal with this. You know, basically pulling the wings of redemption. He's like, I'm done. I'm quitting everything. But I had a brilliant idea. They can't troll me if they don't know it's my account. So Nova Online made an eBay paracord account. I don't know how many people like go looking for like paracords on eBay. One of the best hustles you can do right now, this is like a chinchilla tip. Like if you like comic books at all, even if you don't, like the comic book industry is crashing right now. So you can go to eBay, put like $1 bids on tons of old great comic books, I mean in good condition, that are going to sell for like a whole lot later on when the comic book industry either completely crashes or flourishes. It's going to be a good time, and you can get tons of comic books. You guys wouldn't believe the amount of first edition, first appearances that I've got for 99 cents, and tons of comics with them. It's a great hustle. Like Chinchilla has just put you onto something amazing instead of wasting your money on paracords. Like, what? At least get some real art from some potentially weird artists like Ethan Van Sciver. If you guys don't know who that is, he used to like draw Green Lantern comic books. It is a pure weirdo. But back to the subject at hand, where Nova Online is like, okay, now I'm just going to sell these on eBay. And it's like I mentioned earlier, nobody is going to buy these. Nobody like just seeks out paracords that I've even never known. I haven't seen someone wear a paracord in years. But then there's one big flaw that Nova probably didn't think about, and it's surprising since Nova loves Chris Chan lore so much. He's even going online here recently talking about how the Pickle Man has got him again. Like, I think he thought it was funny, but it's just a really bad look for you, Nova. When Chris Chan tried to do the eBay stuff, it immediately got shut down every single time. Like, eBay is going to take people's account down far faster than most other sites just because what they're dealing with. So if you have tons of people flooding your eBay saying this is a fraudulent product or something like that, like eBay's just going to shut it down immediately. And that's probably what's going to happen here with Nova here soon. But I think that's enough for me today, guys. I just really wanted to update you on what Nova's been doing because the guy hasn't been making a lot of videos, but behind the scenes he's been up to so much. But that's enough for me today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and follow the socials down below, and check out the second channel so you can catch up on all of the live streams that I've broken down, made them like individual videos. Go subscribe to that, check out everything on the channel, and homies, I'll catch you guys next time.